Fellow Southern Cameroonians, this is your first agency of state, the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces, High Command for Industrial, Military, Economics, Structural Development, and Internal Finance Division. Today, we are coming to you from Bahamas, the Commonwealth. We have been working very hard with all our brothers and sisters, our external partners, to come to this day. My people never for Kumba, my people never Bamenda, my people never Boya, Ntamunu, Ntarikun, Watasai, Nkambe, Fiango Kumba, Mutengene, Mona hear me well. I don't come for Kante when I say that Palava will take place for Cameroon, will take place for Cameroon now, help the for the come. So in this respect, today, we have officially come to launch the official website of the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces. And we will be outlining some very important work that we have done for the past 3 months, and we have had successful results with our external partners in collaboration with all our brothers and sisters in arms. I want to take this day today to thank everybody for their effort and their hard work, and especially to our political factions who are going to be converging in Brussels, Belgium, to come and work together for a common purpose of restoring the independence of our nation. But we today have come here to tell the Ambazonians, the Southern Cameroonians, that we in the military department, the defense forces, we have already successfully decided on which route we shall be taking to get to Buea and take the keys to the Prime Minister Lodge. My fellow Cameroonians, Southern Cameroonians, my fellow Ambazonians, this is the day we have to outline the achievements that we have made since our last conference in Washington, D.C., January of this year. Now, the points we are making today, it's going to be on the website, which is www.southerncameroondefenseforces.org. That is www.southerncameroondefenseforces.org. Now, we came to Bahamas to meet with our external partners for one simple reason, which is extremely important to our cause. We have discussed for over 7 hours today. That is why I want to apologize for starting this conference press release a little bit late, because we're trying to wrap up the closed door economic finance mechanism with our external partners. But now we have something to tell you, because I am so proud of us Cameroonians, Southern Cameroonians, for the achievement we've done in very short time. Because for 55 years, La République du Cameroon has been preparing for this day of uprising. And we Ambazonians, Southern Cameroonians, we have been preparing just for 3 months. The remarkable results that we have achieved in 3 months, it's almost equal to the 55 years that they have been using, planning, scheming, exploiting our natural resources to be able to keep us under serious oppression, aggression, brutalize us, rape our women. But today, I am telling all of you, my brothers and sisters in Southern Cameroon, Ambazonian territory, that we are a proud people, and we must live in dignity, and we shall live in dignity because God gave us the right to live in dignity. Upon our discussion today, we had a breaking news from our partners on the self-financing mechanism front, we have installed a 175,000 military garment processing plant that we're going to use also for civilian applications. These garment plants shall be producing high-quality military uniforms that we're gonna be getting contracts continental-wide in Africa. We already are in the middle of securing our first contract with an African government to supply military uniforms. That is one form that the Southern Cameroon Defense Force become an industrialized army, because we are prepared. We are definitely prepared to finance ourselves. We know the enormous amount of monies that we need in order to even compete halfway with our republic after all our diamond, all our gold, all our oil and timber have been exploited without sharing the resources with us, Ambazonians, the owners of those resources. But I've come here today on the hard work. We today have acquired $175,000 that has already been put into our garment factory for military and civilian applications. And we are also in the process within the coming days to open up our first pulp paper factory with an estimated investment of $250,000 US. This factory will produce high quality kitchen napkins, paper napkins, toilet tissue and other paper products that will be sold globally. And Southern Cameroonians, especially Ambazonians, we expect you all to support these industries, because these industries will end up in Ambazonian territory. These industries will create employment for our young people as well. When we go back to Cameroon, Southern Cameroon specifically, and we start training our young people all over Ambazonia to become independent, respectful, and use the education that they have achieved in University of Bamenda, University of Boya, put it to good use and become productive Ambazonian, Southern Cameroonian citizens. So, with that said, we, the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces, also have gone into a new territory, a chartered industrial territory, that is military contracting. Yes, military contracting. We are the first defense force in Africa that is preparing an agile force that becomes a training ground for all governments in Africa who want to train their special ops. We don't only provide and supply and export African gear, military gears to African countries, but we also can supply personnel. When I mean personnel, I mean special ops operatives. So African governments, we can train your soldiers to the best ability of their fighting spirit. That is, we are the first military in Africa that is going to engage in training forces from all over our country, so we can help other African countries achieve their goal of having defense and stability. Now, we will move forward. Our country, our homeland, Ambazonia, Southern Cameroons. Currently, we do have a projected budget, a projected preliminary budget with our external partners at 75.5 million for 017 and 018. You heard me. 75.5 million US for the budget year 017, 018. These monies gonna be coming from the projected industrial sales that we are already securing and that we have already successfully put in place to generate this money. And we expect every Ambazonian to own these industries, and these industries will become their industries. In a few hours, these industries will go up online. That is on the official website of the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces. We also have a very good news for all our brothers in the military wing of this struggle. I come here today to recognize all our brothers in arms, our brothers in the block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, who are spearheading immediate defense for the protection of life and property all over the Ambazonian Southern Cameroonian territory. We, the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces, have adopted a measure to work with our brothers and helping them secure the necessary training and finances that they will need in projects or strategies that are approved by both the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces and the leaders of the block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood. I congratulate you, brothers. You guys are doing a fine job. Now, we have a new system of operating. That new system of operating falls under security, defense, protection of life. We have a situation now in Southern Cameroon where we have a lot of groups springing up. And these groups springing up, we don't know them, but we know some of the leaders and some of the groups that are effective on the ground. And in the coming days or in the coming months, we in the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces, we shall be sitting down with the most relevant leaders in the defense of our people to iron out strategies that will protect life and property within the Southern Cameroonian territory, within the Ambazonian territory. My fellow countrymen, today is an exciting day because we have talked, we have walked, we have wept, we have cried. Our political brothers are also doing a fine job in making sure that we have a representative democracy tomorrow in our homeland, Ambazonia, Southern Cameroons. This fight is not a fight with the Francophone citizens in La République or the Francophone citizens living within the territory of Ambazonia. I want to assure all foreigners in the Ambazonian Southern Cameroonian territories, all foreigners from La République du Cameroon who are civilians, not to be scared of the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces. We shall not do what has been done to us by the forces of aggression from Yaoundé. We will never torture, we will never rape, we will never commit extrajudicial killings. We recognize the sanctity of a human life. All we are interested is to liberate our land, march the forces of aggression back to Mongo East and reclaim our territory and exhibit a fine example and become a shining light within the African continent. We shall be an army that respects and implements the Geneva Convention. We shall observe all the rules of international engagement in battles. So shall we be. We are not interested to become an offensive army. We are purely a defensive army. We have taken measures to prepare for the training of our young men, our young women who are willing to duty for the land of Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon, to defend the land, protect the land, secure our natural resources, and give the people peace of mind and create a space, a safe space where our political brothers can practice their craft and we shall get the representative democracy that we seek. Because we shall not become a military junta, we shall not become a dictatorship government like what we have lived under for 55 years under Yaoundé. We gonna break that mold. And we are asking every Southern Cameroonian to understand that the fight for independence is not a negotiable fight. The fight for independence is a fight that you take your independence, and independence is not free. Nobody gives another human being independence. You claim your independence because it's your right from God. But in the process of claiming your independence, you must understand, you must do everything in your power as well to limit the loss of human life on both sides. You don't have to kill your enemy, because your enemy will learn the example of you invoking the Geneva Conventions, and tomorrow your enemy can become a better human being when dealing with other people, and you have done your duty to serve mankind by creating a safe and secure environment for everybody living within that space, which is called the African continent. Now, we have these industries in place, my fellow brothers and sisters. This garment factory has already begun. The products are uploading as we speak. And in a few hours, you can get these products. You can buy these products, and these products are not just meant for Southern Cameroonians. These products are meant for the global market, which means we have a military application and a civilian application on all our products. So we have come to the point where today, I don't want to take a lot of your time. I just wanted all Southern Cameroonians and Ambazonians to understand that we have a preliminary budget, a projected preliminary budget. We have invested almost $500,000 with our external partners in building these industries and putting them in place, and we are rolling out products already, and these products are going off for global sales, and all Southern Cameroonians are welcome to help this industry grow, because this industry is going to be industries that are going to be transferred upon independence into the Ambazonian Southern Cameroon territory. This is a fight we must win. And how do we win this fight? It's by marshalling all our resources together. We have not come here today to ask for donations, but we have come here today to build an industrial army with the full support of all Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians. We're going to expect the whole world, people from the whole world, to buy our products in supermarkets. Some of these supermarkets are going to be close to where you live in Europe or in Africa or in the United States. But we ourselves have to patronize our own industries created by our own defense forces, so we can shift the narrative of financing our independence from collecting monies directly from our wallets or our purse to building up future industries that will become the backbone and stability of the economic prowess of Southern Cameroon and Ambazonia. We are determined to build the most agile defense forces in Africa. We are also determined to build the most agile economic, military industrial complex within the continent of Africa. That is the track we are taking, because we don't have the opportunities to exploit our own mineral and natural resources. But that day will come, I assure you, Ambazonians. So my country people, I want to tell you this. We, the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces, are steadfast, determined to restore the independence of Southern Cameroon. We, in the Defense Forces, We are not gonna accept or tolerate Southern Cameroonians prostituting federation to our people. We had a federation for 55 years. We all remember that. We're not going to be going back to that federation that we had. No federation, because the overwhelming majority of our people have made their choice. Their choice is independence restoration. So any Southern Cameroonian out there contemplating, dreaming, thinking, or even imagining that they will sell snake oil to our people. Snake oil, which means the federation is a snake oil, and our people are not going to buy snake oil from any Southern Cameroon leadership. You are going to be wasting your time to negotiate any federation with the Republic of Cameroon, because I will assure whoever goes and negotiates for that federation that the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces with the people of Southern Cameroon will come there, remove the federation, and put in place independence restoration. That is the cause, and that is absolute, and that is final. So, my people of the country, all Jackery people, may they should up for one side. Jackery, don't finish. I want to call all that who Nakmande. All that Nakmande, Mr. Tirikon of Yango. All that wise and done man, the Mr. Tarikun, or my four phone. All that done man, the man wise man, them, when they do for Mutenkene. All that done man and wise man, them, when they do for Hausa Kwata, Bamelike Street, National High School Street, Mbo Street, Nkambe. All Nakman, mo wuna no she done for them. Ben Sikin, me wuna no she done for them. Wuna get for no say, this fight, now all we do for inside. All we do for inside this fight. So I call all wise man, all Nakman, all people when they for inside Cameroon, all small boys they when they get power. When they know say they be Amazonian, Southern Cameroonian. This now when a time where we not get for sleep. No be time for nandis. This na time where we must do everything to come together, work together, fight together, cry together, and liberate our land. Because we don't have any choice. So, I the one tell, when I say, if some people then, they go for our side, they go make some federation thing, with them people there for eto'o, for Yaoundé. When we come for them, we want to know all done man, all wise man, all knack man. When they start to recon na Fiango, Ntarikun, Ntamulu, my four, Nkambe, Mutengene, Mona join we go chakara the federation. We go chakaram, then we go put which way the people want, and which way the people want. Independence. Nothing that way the people want. We big people then when they say that big people for politicians, they're not supposed to go do two way a final for them. They get to do two way a final for the people. Not that two way they say fine for them. They're not going to do that two way easy because they want to get position for politics. They must do, if not the hard thing, let them do the hard thing. The hard thing, now independence. But today, we have suffered. We have bled. We have protested. So why do we want to take the easy route? There is no more option to an easy route, fellow Amazonians. Today is the day that we must understand that our minds, our consciousness, and our spirit have to be soaked. with the determination to fight and restore our independence. We have no choice. I came here today to speak to all our brothers and sisters in the diaspora and also back in the homeland front. We have seen all the screens. We have seen all the television stations show the atrocities that's been committed in our country. We have worked very hard in all fronts. We have worked with international partners. Our brothers in the political factions are working together to create the balance that we need. Because in the beginning of this struggle, there was two things that I mentioned. In order for us to succeed in this struggle, we have two tracks that we have to follow. The military diplomacy and political diplomacy. That is the route that we need to take in order to secure this. While we in the Defense Department are following the military option, our brothers in the political faction are following the political diplomacy as well, in order for us all to meet in Buea in one day and celebrate our independence restoration. Nothing can stop us now. The train has left the station and we are steamrolling right to Buea. We can't stop steamrolling to Buea. This is the day that I've come to tell Southern Cameroonians that the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces have invested time and money to create a self-financing mechanism with 2 factories already in place, rolling, and merchandise and goods have already been produced to start selling globally to power and finance this struggle that we have embarked on. And also, these industries, as I said earlier, shall not only be to finance the military, but also to help our brothers in the block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood endeavors to make sure they immediately secure life, protect property, and make sure our people are living in a dignified situation until we roll in with our first mechanical division. So my brothers and sisters, we will continue our work under the surface. We shall not be announcing our endeavors, our strategies over social media. We are working very hard behind the scenes with our fellow brothers and sisters in other organizations, and we shall make sure that we all go into Buea at one time. That is the goal of the Southern Cameroon Defense Force. We are the armed forces, the defense forces of the people of Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon. I greet you all for taking the time to listening to this press conference and giving us the opportunity and the support that we need. And I congratulate every Southern Cameroonian for putting up the resistance for these 3 months. That has surpassed and almost surpassed the preparation that La Republic has been having for over 55 years, with monies coming from our natural resources. I want to thank you all for taking the time to listen to the Southern Cameroon Defense Forces. And I want to tell you all one more time, Southern Cameroon Defense Forces have an unshakable determination and a steadfast conviction to carry on with our duties to defend the territorial integrity of our country, protect our people, protect our natural resources, and we shall become the first state in Africa that will live in complete harmony and dignity and set an example for the entire continent. So we are asking the African Union to pay close attention to our struggle. We have been neglected by the international community. Despite all the atrocities, the torture, the rape, the murder that has taken place in Southern Cameroon by the aggressive forces of La Republique du Cameroon, and their junta regime in Yaoundé. The international community has not even come up and said one single thing. One statement has not come up from United Nations, from the African Union, from African head of states, condemning the blatant aggression that the forces of Yaoundé have been perpetrating on our people. So we are left with no other option but to recognize that we, Ambazonians, Southern Cameroonians, we are by ourselves. But we want to inform the African Union this day today, the 28th of March 2017, that the march by the people of Ambazonia to liberate their land from colonialism by the Republic of Cameroon has begun in earnest. And we shall not stop until we get a seat, a permanent seat, as an independent country in Addis Ababa. We are the people of Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon. God is with us. History shall judge us, and history shall judge us, the soldiers, like the soldiers who mounted cavalry to defend the gates of Jerusalem. Good night, and let's march.